All right, good afternoon. We're going to talk about seeds, and we're going to start about eating healthy and getting all the healthy product into your system. So we're going to start with the almond. Almond is a Middle Eastern, mostly in the Middle East, grown in the Middle East, but you could harvest anywhere, but the best almond are Middle Eastern almond. They're great for you. They're very healthy. They lower your blood pressure, your cholesterol. They're great for diet. If you have approximately about 34 almond a day, if you want to be dieting, 34 almond a day will work amazing. They will keep you full, and they're great in the Mediterranean salads and all that. But if you eat just plain almond, they're great too if you're doing a diet, and they're very healthy. There is no side effect, or there's nothing bad with them. About the stomach constipation and all that, 34 is an average number that people usually eat. We made a couple of dishes with the almond. I did just regular almond unsalted. You put it in lukewarm water and just set it down. You could have it for a snack in the water. You could peel it. If you want it without the peel, you just peel it and just eat it. A lot of people, if you want to have it around when you're having your drinks, kicking some beer, well, I don't know about wine, but mostly beer, people will have that in a snack. It keeps you full instead of eating all the other stuff around you. It's very healthy. The other one is we're going to talk about the pine nuts. Pine nuts is very much almost the same. They're shallots, okay. Pine nuts are the same thing. Most of the nuts we're going to be talking about, they're really healthy for you, and they're great for a Mediterranean diet or any diet that you go through, because they keep you really, all your proteins are in there, in them. Pine nuts are the same thing. They're a little bit expensive than normal nuts, almost like the pistachio, but the same thing, they're really healthy. And same thing with the blood pressure, the cholesterol, lowering your cholesterol, and keeping you straight, especially with your sleep. I do about 2 to 3 spoons a day. My wife makes me, so I have to. And for people, especially for men for over 50, pine nuts is really great. It works for many, many different things, especially keeping them in the healthy part and going to the bathroom and all that stuff. And there's other reason you should just search it. We're not going to talk about it. We got ladies here. Anyway, I did a dish of rice. There is almond and there's pine nuts. There's raisin in it that you saute in a frying pan. You put them on top of any dish of rice. They're great. They taste wonderful. You're just adding it to your food instead of just eating them. Some people don't like just eating stuff by itself, so you could add it, just put in a little bit of olive oil or avocado oil on the frying pan, saute it a little bit, and you add it to any dish of rice, and it looks great, number one. Number two, it's very healthy, especially if you use an organic and whole wheat, what do you call it, brown rice. It's really good. The next one is, we'll go back to the pecan and the walnuts. Walnuts or pecan, two different things. People keep confusing them. The walnuts, they're darker, they're healthy, they're locally United States, and most of the, let me just get this straight. Walnut, Native American, that was one of the main dishes in their diet. So walnut was very big in the United States with the Native American. And things will start changing because of the planting in the United States, and now they get it from overseas, and it's a lighter, it's not as dark, and they call it English walnut. They don't call it regular black walnuts, so mostly what you have in the market is English walnut right now. Then you can add it to your salad. Yeah, I would not eat it like that. You have to crack it and open it.
I tried to crack these with a mallet, because I cracked these ones, the English walnuts, to show you what was inside, and that one cracked, but I whacked these with a mallet a couple of times. I couldn't get them open.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And if you look at a whole one, when you break it in half, it literally look like half a brain. It is really a brain food, and it's really keep you alert. So that's why a lot of the Middle Eastern people, they use that in anything. It's salads and with their cooking, with their sweet. we have Ramadan coming up right now. All these, they will get crushed, they add a little bit of sugar on them, and they stuff them in something called katayef, which is like a pancake, and they stuff it inside, and they put it in the oven, and that's what we do. And you have to do that for 30 days, and my wife decided to do it only twice this year, which is, I'm not very happy about it. It's a little bit fattening. She liked the cheese one, I like this stuff right here. We talked about the pine nuts and the walnuts. What else could we talk about? Okay, let's go with the, I did a burghul dish and I added the walnut to it. Burghul, everybody familiar with burghul, right? You know what burghul is?
Okay.
She is. We did that last time in the class. Some tomato, some parsley, cook them together for a little bit, add some olive oil, and you put on it your pecan, your walnut, whatever you want. It goes with any dish. The point is having the nuts added to the meal of every day. It's really healthy. I took a lot of notes. I'm sorry, it just because I burned myself. I'm a little bit. It says to eat the almond on a daily. I looked through the internet. There's really nothing that bad about it. People keep saying, okay, you eat too much of something, you start getting side effect and all that stuff. All the nuts, if you look through the internet, they're very, very healthy. A lot of the almond, the pecan, all that. If you see, they're doing the almond milk. They're doing all kind of stuff with the nuts because they're really good for you. And they're doing oils from things. They're doing milk from other things. So people realize this is getting healthier and healthier. And the Mediterranean diet is much healthier than whatever people, like talking about the ketos and the Atkins and all that stuff. I'm not promoting any diet, but the other day I heard about the keto with the heart issues, the too many heartbeats, and there is not enough carb in it. This will bring you everything in it. If you add the nuts and the seeds into your diet or your food that you're cooking, it will be really great. I missed one thing that I just forgot on my desk, which is sunflower seeds and pecan seeds. If you add them to your salad, they're wonderful. Actually, they're in the room on the side right here in the storage. You add that to your salad, they're the same thing. Any nuts that you read about, anything that you have in there on your list, there is a few, especially on the front, you could add to any meal. The pistachio you could add to it, the walnut, the pecan. What else we got? Black. Now the better one, she's going to talk about it, so I'm not going to take that away from her, and she will talk about the rest of them. If you guys want to and you like to, when she get back or right now, you could help yourself taste them. That's on the food part. Now, on the dessert part, dates with pecan, sesame. Just take the Noah out and just stuff it in there, and you just have them for a snack. On the other side, the same thing, almond, sesame, some cinnamon, same thing. And these are dessert. Now on the sesame part right here, this is something very big in the Middle East, which is, honey and sesame seeds. You take a cup of honey, so I use the one that we use right here, which is the organic honey. Just heat it a little bit and add at least a cup or two of sesame, depends on how thick is the honey. And just mix it together, lay it down on a sheet, cut them in as many pieces as you want to. This is something that when we were in school, like, okay, can't wait to get out. You just flatten it on a sheet and just let it sit. Yeah. And it is wonderful. That's something, being in school, when I was making it, I like, I remember all this good stuff. And this is something we used to run out to school, like, I can't wait so I could get the big piece, because they were cutting it. They're like, okay, I want to get this one right here. So this is something that we used to. And honey is healthy, sesame is healthy, and sesame oil, you have sesame oil, all that. So me and my wife really worked on trying to making that everything that we have on the list as healthy as we can, and to explain to people how much people need this stuff in their diet, because not too many people are aware of the different stuff on the seeds. They're not aware of where they come from, what's the potential health hazard, or what's good for your health and all this stuff. people still don't know. They're going to other ways. So that's why we're doing that, and I am be more than glad if you guys go ahead and start tasting till she gets back. We'll leave this for her when she gets back.